This is a melody from Red and the Wolf, which is my new musical premiering with Songbird Theater in June. I wanted to make a few videos to talk about the music to give you an idea of what you can expect to hear if you come join us in the theater, and I hope you will. So this theme, this is, I think of as Toward Each Other. It comes back a few times during the show, and the first time is about a third of the way through as Red and the Wolf, as Wolf has been established in the town and is starting this tentative courtship with Red. And I should mention that the wolf here is not a literal wolf in this story. Wolf is a pejorative term that the people of civilization have assigned to the wildlings that live in this massive forest outside of their area. And such a wolf has left the forest and has found the civilization and found this fortress that is there specifically to keep the wolves out of civilization. And Red is the captain of this garrison. She is in charge, and she lets the wolf stay, much to everyone else's consternation. So the story follows their courtship, and this is the melody that we hear as they are just embarking on this, taking an interest in each other. And both of them are uncertain for their own reasons. They don't know how to act around each other, but they're also drawn to each other. And I wanted the music to evoke this. I wanted something delicate and beautiful, but also something unresolved, right? Something that doesn't ever clearly finish. So we'll start off with an F sharp minor chord. But on top of this, we're going to add a B in the melody. So this is a pretty aggressive dissonance to start with. It wants to go to the A. But instead, we'll go down to the E and go to a D major chord. So that's a bit of a resolution, but it also creates some ambiguity in terms of what key we are in. So the key would be the home base for the song. Harmony music will have usually a root chord that the song starts in and usually ends in, and it gets established, and that makes it feel resolved as the song is completed. But if we're in F sharp minor, that makes D major the 6th chord, which is not unheard of, but it's also not super strong. You'd have motion from the 5 or the 4 would give you a lot more confidence. So if it was like, that makes your ear grab onto that chord as, okay, I'm established. F sharp minor it is. But we go to the 6th, so it's not as clear. So we do that twice. And then we go to A major. So that will sound like a resolution. We've cadenced into A major. And we'll think, okay, we've done it. We're in A major, I figured it out. Except right away, we're going to go to an A7 chord. And this is what we'd call a secondary dominant. That's not really important. The important thing is it pushes us away from that conclusion. We're in A major? Oh, maybe not. Right back to D major. To the E major chord. The descending bass takes us to E major, which again sounds like the 5 chord that we're going to go back to A major. But we don't. We go to F sharp minor again. The names of the chords aren't really important. The important thing is that music will exist in a context. When we listen to any music, especially Western music, we evaluate it with this understanding of where is the harmony taking us? Where is it taking us away from, and how is it getting us back there? And that creates that sense of completion and continuity and understanding of what makes the music work. But in this music, our two star-crossed lovers never quite resolve. They dance toward each other, but they don't ever really get there. And for more about that, come see the show and you can understand what happens. But, so all together. And they dance toward each other, never quite side by side, but they move toward each other, almost matching stride, like stars almost crashing as they shoot through the night, or like leaves swirling over flames, desperate to ignite. So that was the Towards Each Other melody. If I've piqued your interest, take a look at the link below for more information about Red and the Wolf, and I'll hope you join us in St. Charles in June. Thanks for watching.